y'all, it's Ashley Nicole with Unique Outlook, and last week I had the pleasure of seeing an early screening of one of Fox's newest shows called Rosewood. It stars Morris Chestnut, and I'm here to give you my review or my opinion on what I thought of the pilot of the show. So, Morris Chestnut plays Dr. Beaumont Rosewood, also known as Rosie or Rosewood, and he is a pathologist that practices out of Miami. Rosewood has a knack or an eye for being able to tell how people died in about 2 minutes with just looking at them. No autopsy, no anything. So that's the special thing about him. He practices with his sister, played by Gabrielle Dennis, who we know as Janae from The Game. She plays a toxicologist. Her soon-to-be wife also works with the team. And his mother is played by Lorraine Toussaint, also known as V from Orange is the New Black. I can tell you in this show, she's not as psychotic, and she actually looks like she's going to play a mother. And when she spoke last week, she said she was excited to play a black mama. So we'll see how her role plays out. But as for now, she's not, trying to kill anybody, and she's being pretty normal. Even her hair is normal. Okay, so Rosewood. The episode starts off with him jogging shirtless, which is, what better way to start that? I mean, I was already in 30 seconds in, I was locked. But he is jogging and he happens to stumble upon the Miami Police Department. They are trying to figure out how a man ended up on top of a car. It looks like he was pushed out of a window. In 2 minutes, maybe less, Rosewood is able to tell that the man had pancreatic cancer, that he probably committed suicide because he was depressed and he was going to die anyway, and that the lady they had arrested could just leave. And they let her go. No, just like that. No autopsy, no nothing. That was it. So, that was a little like, okay. Anyway, the episode plays out with Lorraine Toussaint, his mom, saying that one of her former students died in a car accident, but it's very strange because she didn't like to drive. The police said she was driving 90 miles per hour, and it was really late at night. It was like midnight. So it just seemed strange to her that her student was driving and, the circumstances. So Rosewood takes it under, his wing, and decides to figure out how the girl really died. So the episode plays out with him investigating how she died. He ends up teaming up with a newly transferred detective played by Jaina Ortiz. There is a little bit of romance chemistry brewing between them on the first episode, but nothing really happens. But you can tell that Rosewood is feeling her, and he acts a certain way around her, and she's kind of like, you're annoying and leave me alone. But I can tell that she feeling him too. I mean, the man is fine, so she can do all she wants. But anyway, that's how the episode plays out. They end up not working together so well at the beginning, and then by the end, they're working, together well, and he thinks they should be a team. But the episode was okay. What I didn't like was the acting, and the writing could have been a little bit better. So, Heathcliff Huxtable, saw him as a doctor, didn't have a problem. James Avery, saw him as a judge, didn't even care if he didn't really go to law school. Didn't care. Just saw him as a judge. Morris Chestnut as a doctor? Not seeing it. Can't believe that he went to medical school. Can't believe that he knows all these terms that he's just spewing out. It's just really not natural for him. I can see him as a football player on The Best Man. I can see that. But him being a doctor, it's not working for me as well. The other part of the show that I didn't like, okay, they're in Miami. So we know there's a lot of Latins. We know there's a lot of music, do. Every scene, they played Latin music. I get it. We're in Miami. I see the palm trees. I got it. I know where we are. Can we get a little bit of diversity in the music? Can we not be so stereotypical? It was just little stuff that got on my nerves. I'm not going to say I won't watch it again, but I will say that it's not going to be on my priority list. There's a lot of stuff coming on TV this fall, starting next week. And I don't know if Rosewood is going to make the cut, just because I think that the acting could be better. I never knew that Morris Chestnut couldn't really act that well. Now, I did just see The Perfect Guy. He was fine in that, but he had minimal roles. This is the first time I've seen him for about 40 minutes continuously. And I didn't really like that. I liked how he looked, but I didn't like how he acted. So he really needs to work on making himself be a doctor, making that believable, because I don't see it. You didn't go to medical school. You just memorized lines, medical terms, and you just spewed them out. And it seems that way. It seems like acting. It didn't seem realistic, and I really wasn't digging it. Then there were some contradictions with his character. So Rosewood, he has holes in his heart. He had a stroke when he was 11. He has all these health problems. He could just flat out just pass out and die. But yet he was vigorously jogging at the beginning of the episode. And I get why they did it, because people like me are a creep, and I like to see Morris Chestnut with no shirt on. But then after a while I thought about it, and I was like, how is he doing this? And he could just drop dead. Why would you do that? So they need to work on making his character realistic. He needs to work on making his acting more realistic. And then the show will be okay, because it's not a bad concept. But there are a lot of crime shows out, and this one cannot stand the competition if it does not get better. So I hope that it gets better. I hope that people watch it. I hope Fox gives it a chance to progress, because right now I don't know. But I think Morris fans may get a big opening for it. So I'm hoping that the premiere is big and the numbers are big enough so that they can progress. And it comes on before Empire, so that's pretty smart as well. So that's my take on Rosewood. It comes on next Wednesday if you want to watch it for yourself. And then you tell me what you thought about it. You tell me if you think Morris is a doctor, okay? Anyway, on to other things. I'm so excited about BET picking up one of my favorite web series. It's called Roomieloversfriends, and it comes on tonight on BET at 10 o'clock Central. Please, please, please watch it, because it's a great show. And I'm so happy for Black and Sexy, baby. For all my my webisode people, you know exactly who they are. And BET picked up 2 more of their shows. They picked up Hello Cupid, and they picked up Sexless. And those are 3 good shows. I'm so happy that BET gave a chance. And I hope you guys tune in tonight to watch. Give it ratings. I'm so happy for them. I will be back next week to talk about all of the new shows that are coming on, like Scream Queens, like The Blind Spot, The Player, Minority Report. I will be back to talk about all of them. So we can discuss together. So leave your comments below if you got a chance to see a snippet of Rosewood, and tell me what you thought. Tell me what you thought. All right? But I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.